So welcome back, everybody. This is part 2 of our podcast series with Daniel from PB Cloud Solutions. PB Cloud Solutions provide all the telecom solutions that you need to run your business, whether that be your mobile phones, your broadband, your VoIP, which is what we're going to talk about today. They'll help guide you, support you. You know, if you've got any support issues after everything's installed, you don't have to spend hours on the phone to those awful people that begin with a V and begin with a B. I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but there is other providers. They'll do all that for you, which as a business owner, who wants to be sat on hold for 45 minutes just to be transferred to another department? I know I certainly don't. So yeah. Daniel may not happily do that for you, but he will do that for you because no one likes to sit on hold. So I know last time we spoke about the big telecom switch off, which a lot of people won't have been aware of, which is where come the 1st of January 2026, all of the old phone lines are going to be null and void, and you've got to have your new phone lines installed for broadband and telephone. And what then naturally comes from this is you're going to have what's called a VoIP solution to work with these new phone lines. So I am definitely not the expert in VoIP, so I'm going to hand over to you and you can tell us all about it.
No problem at all. Yes, there's a few terminologies sort of battered around. You'll hear VoIP's one of the common ones, which stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. Might also be called cloud hosted phone systems or internet phone or IP telephony. So all equates to the same thing. And essentially, rather than your calls being routed via what's that copper line that's going, all your calls are routed over the internet. Which gives a lot more flexibility for a business going forwards. So many people might think they've not used VoIP, but if you've used the likes of WhatsApp or Skype to make a phone call, you've used VoIP essentially at its core form. The solutions at business level just take it to that next level of sort of enterprise grade solutions.
Okay, and I know we were talking earlier. So I know what a VoIP phone is, but you were saying you don't actually have to have that piece of hardware. If you are sort of a micro or smaller business, it can be installed as a piece of software.
Absolutely, yeah, it's becoming quite common, especially with the sort of laptop lifestyle or hybrid working.
Laptop lifestyle.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that one. I have that one. Yeah, it gives that flexibility and it keeps the cost down a little bit more as well because you've not got to pay out for that physical handset, which could be, you know, a couple of £100 or sort of £5-6 a month on a sort of 3-year lease type thing.
And I suppose it means it goes everywhere with you if you've got the laptop lifestyle. So, you know, you don't necessarily have to keep using what would be, you know, your mobile phone provider. You've got the VoIP.
Exactly, that's it. Yeah, I've spoken to people in the past, they might have diverted their office number to their mobile, which is all well and good. You get the call, but if you want to call back, you're not displaying your business number.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
So with the app on your mobile, if you're out and about, like I was yesterday, essentially I've got my business, my business phone system essentially is in my pocket. We've all got our emails on our mobile phones. Why not have your business phone system on there?
Exactly.
The beauty of it is you can turn it off. So your calls aren't routed via, after hours, either via a little toggle on there, or we can set up a time schedule behind the system that will say, right, okay, during these hours the calls are being routed through, but out of these hours it's going to call answering service or a group voicemail or to another colleague that might be working the night shift or what have you, depending on the business.
Okay. So I'm a business owner. I'm fully clued up now with this telecom switch off. I'm not on VoIP at the moment. I need to swap to VoIP.
Yeah.
What do I need to do? Obviously, I can go to an expert like you to help me, but maybe I can't. There's just me. Funds are a bit tight. I need to do this myself. Is there an easy way to do it? What do I need to make sure that I'm doing?
Yes, it's fairly inexpensive to do in all theory, which is surprised quite a few people I spoke to that have been the sole traders out there that think it's going to be cost the earth. In theory, you could be looking at a bundle that's going to give you what you need for as little as £12.50 a month, with very little setup fee. So it's just getting an understanding of what your requirements are. Obviously, at sole trader, you're going to have less requirements than a multi workforce. That's what I'm looking for. Multi-workforce, team where you're going to need a few more requirements on, the functionalities. But it's core for a fully loaded system. With the applications, it's very inexpensive and probably cheaper than having a second SIM, which quite a few people do to separate that work and personal.
Okay, so the benefits of using VoIP is that it's quicker, that it's with you at all times because you can have it functioning on your mobile, you can have it functioning on your laptop. It means that you're ready for the big switchover, which, yes, isn't until the 1st of January 2026, but time will fly. But people have got time to sort this out. And, as we always say through the Director's Choice, you're best speaking to an expert to do this for you rather than trying to do it yourself, to make sure that, everything is covered. And if you want to speak to Daniel about this or any other telecoms questions or issues that you might have, you can find him on the directorschoice.com in the telecoms area, and I know that Daniel will be more than happy to talk through the big switch off with you, and if you need to set yourself on VoIP, or if you need any help with mobile phones as well for businesses.
Will do, absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you so much. It's been a really interesting podcast, and I look forward to doing the next one with you.
Thank you very much, Samantha.
Thanks very much, Daniel.
Cheers.